What's going on, guys? This is Gene Jensen, and this is a pretty cool video. I'm going to show you how to fish the Tokyo rig. What the heck is that? All right, so before I show you what the Tokyo rig is, I actually have to show you how to rig it. Okay, so VMC came out with these little deals, and it's basically an EWG with a swivel right here and then a drop wire right here. And you're like, what the heck is that? Well, I've been making something similar to this for a while, but it wasn't made with wire. It was made with just the weight. I would actually take and mold this weight around a drop shot, around a swivel, and then I'd take that swivel and put it on the eye of the hook, and it would basically do the same thing, but it would be real close to the eye of the hook, which is great. I use it for punching and stuff like that. We'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later. But so basically what you do is you get a couple of bullet sinkers, and the way it tells you to rig it on the box is they tell you just to use one bullet sinker. Well, I like to use two, mainly because it will make it to where there's a point on both ends of your weight. So I've got 2 1/4-ounce bullet weights. I put one on pointy side first and one on pointy side last, and it sits just like that. And I grab my pliers and I give it a little, almost dropped it. Grab my pliers and I just bend the tip of it over just like that. You want to have it as close as you can so it doesn't get snagged in the weeds quite so much. And that's all it is right here. And you tie onto that swivel that's all by itself, and you put your soft plastic on. Let me rig that up and I'll show you what it is from there. All right, so basically, let me give myself a little bit more slack on this line. This is what it is, and you can literally put any soft plastic on here. Creature baits work good. I mean, it doesn't matter, just whatever. I put a Rage cutter worm mainly because that's what the bass are biting today here in Florida. I'm on a little trip down to Florida, but that's what it looks like now. What is the advantage of fishing some stupid little rig just like this? Well, I'll tell you, when you're fishing farm ponds and you've got that soft bottom that you don't want to get your bait stuck down in that bottom, because the bass literally will not eat it through the mud, eat your bait through the mud. That's why I don't fish jigs on farm ponds. Anything with soft bottom. This will come down and the weights go down into that soft bottom and the plastic stays up. If you're fishing hard bottom, the weight goes to right here, and if you keep that line, we'll talk a little bit more about this when I fish it, you keep that line on a semi-slack line, it keeps your bait up. Keeps that weight on the bottom, and it gives the bass an easier target. They don't have to go pin it up against the bottom. They just go in there, go down to the bottom and suck it in, and then don't suck in all that silt that's on the bottom of the lake. Just gives them an easier bite. Another advantage to it is you put some heavy weights on here, say 2 1/2 ounces, so you got a full 1 ounce weight on there. You can punch with this thing. What I would do, and you could get by with using this EWG, but I would really like to see these in some punch hooks, or even replace this hook somehow with a punch hook, and you can punch down into the grass, because you throw in there and this thing, the big heavy weights punch down through that grass, and then the bait follows, and it just gives, I think it'll give it a lot better or a lot more ability to get down in that thick grass. But that's the Tokyo rig. Let's talk about how I'm going to fish it. All right, so the equipment really depends on what kind of cover and what you're really fishing. You can fish this on 10-pound line, 12, 15, 17, 20. I've got it on 20-pound fluorocarbon. I'm fishing in Florida. I'm fishing in grass. I don't want the bass to wrap me up in the grass and break me off. So that's what I do. I've got it on a medium heavy rod. This is a 7'6" medium heavy fast action reel, 8-1-1, so I can pick up line really quick. I can get the bait back to me and make another cast real fast. I just love high speed reels when I'm doing anything where I'm bouncing the bait on the bottom. Now, what else? You can fish a medium action rod, I really feel like, because these hooks really aren't that heavy. The one thing I would not fish is like a heavy action rod with braided line. These hooks aren't heavy wire hooks, so they're gonna bend out on braided line. So you want to have a little bit of flex. But that's the equipment, that's the line. Let's go fishing. All right, guys. Well, I hope you're enjoying this video so far. Be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit that little bell so you get notifications when I launch new videos. Thanks. So basically with a Tokyo rig, you can pretty much fish it anywhere you can a Texas rig. Like I said, you can even punch with it. You can do just about anything. I haven't found a situation where it wasn't a good way to fish a bait on the bottom. It really, the technique is pretty simple. You let it sink down to the bottom. You pull it up on a semi-slack line. You shake it a little bit. You hop it. You know, when I say semi-slack line, I mean that you get that bow in your line. Your line's not laying on the water completely, but you have a little bit of bow in the line, and that'll keep your bait up off the bottom. If you let it go slack, the bait's, of course, the hook's gonna help it drop down to the bottom, and sometimes you really don't want that. But right now I'm working the bottom. It's kind of a bare bottom. There's a lot of mushy, like dead debris and stuff on the bottom. So I want that bait to be out of that dead debris, mainly so the bass can find it. But I'm just gonna throw it out, let it sink to the bottom. I'm fishing a little, what I call a blow through, where the wind's blowing through a shallow area and then dumps back down into a deep area. Gives a good little ambush spot for a bass. And it's real nice. It's almost, you can fish it like a Texas rig in a drop shot. You bring it up to that semi-slack line, you get that bait off the bottom, and you just shake your rod tip just a little bit. You can barely see my hand moving. You just shake that rod tip just a little, and it gives a little bit of action to that bait. And you can use, like I said, you can use any soft plastic for this. Depends on what your style is and what you want to do. It's crazy. I'm bringing it through some really thick grass, and yeah, it gets hung in it, but like a real quick pop with the rod, literally you drop your line to slack and pop it a couple of times, and it comes right out of the grass. It's absolutely amazing how well it comes through it. Here's one. Oh man, that's a good one. He's decent. Now the only bad way that I've found to set the hook on this bait is sweep, like you do a Carolina rig. Don't sweep set it. Best case scenario, set it directly over your head like I just did, but or over your shoulder. But if you start to sweep off to the side, for some reason it tends to blow that fish's mouth open and it doesn't get nearly as good a hook set. That's not a huge one, but that's one on the old Tokyo rig. See if we can catch another one and close out the video. So what I'm doing right here is I've got a grass line, on a deeper grass line on this outside, and then it goes down into a canal, and I'm dragging it up to that grass line, and I'm literally just shaking it right on that grass line. And the bass will cruise up and down that grass line looking for bait, or they will be just inside the edge of the grass and they'll come out and ambush bait as it swims by. Here's one. Oh, this is a better one. Get in here. Yes. Oh man, right on the edge of that grass. Man, that hook got him good. Awesome, awesome. So let me mark that one. If you guys really want a fun way to fish and a rig that can pretty much solve a lot of problems, especially with you bank fishermen, especially you guys who fish those small ponds, you can literally have a rig and you put any soft plastic on and just go out there, woohoo, and catch them. I mean, goodness gracious, I don't know what's taking so long, and I hate to make this sound like a commercial. It's not. Nobody's paying me for this. I went and bought the dang Tokyo rig just to try it out. but it really is one of those that it can be fished in heavy cover and fished on the bottom, soft bottom, hard bottom, whatever. You can go out and catch some good fish with it. But how about an added bonus of about a 5-pounder? Oh my gosh. Oh, I want to leave that in there and take a picture real quick. That is. Oh, this might be another big one. Come on, be nice to me. Yep. 4.76. Stud. Oh, just a little added bonus for you guys for this video. I'm gonna stay right here and catch some more. Come on, get out of that grass. Oh, this is a good one. Oh my gosh. This is a giant. Get up in here! Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, guys. Oh. Oh my goodness. Look at this fish. Oh, it just fell out. Look at that freaking toad. If this doesn't convince you that the Tokyo rig needs to be something that you guys try, I don't know what will. I'm getting a scale out. I'm gonna freaking weigh this thing. Oh, taking pictures. Oh my goodness. 7.12. 7.12 pounds. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Let's get my camera out real quick. Man. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. Gosh almighty, that's a big girl. What do you say about that? All right, let me let her go. Oh, let you guys witness that, I guess. There she goes. Freaking awesome. Ugh. Well, that's the Tokyo rig, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, be sure to subscribe, hit that little bell so you can get notifications. This is the kind of rig that you can take anywhere. It's good for the beginner. It's good for guys that bank fish. It's good for guys that fish farm ponds. Just get your bait off the bottom a little bit and gives the bass something different to look at. It also gives them an easier target. Holy crap, a 7-pound bass in a video. That's awesome. But like I say, be sure to introduce somebody to fishing. Introduce them to my channel. Let me help you teach them how to fish. More importantly, get out on the water, go out and catch some fish, and have a great day. We'll see ya.